Smile, bitches.
Self-awareness. Why'd you walk that way? Oh.
Spoon boy.
Spoon boy.
Spoon boy.
What are you, Abra?
That's my fucking
Cadabra? Alakazam.
I've been sitting here, I don't have a coffee, I don't have a Red Bull, there aren't snacks, the disrespect. I'm a talent, okay, and I have nothing.
Are you aware of the fact that will make terrible noises into the microphone?
You just assume that I give a shit?
Oh. Are we live right now?
We are live. Fucking motherfucker.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're trying to come up with your witty banter.
No, we had witty banter and then all of a sudden it stopped.
Oh, yeah.
Because you looked over at me and then he asked if we're live.
Self-awareness.
But don't be self-aware.
I'm not self-aware. I'm talking about you motherfuckers. Ooh.
That means
Kyle's still upset because we just played Smash for
Yeah, I'm
a
still
solid
wired.
5 rounds and he got smashed.
I did. I held on though.
You were good. He's a Ken main.
I'd be butthurt if I just smashed for 5 rounds too.
Ooh.
Oh,
Fair.
I didn't know you were a bottom.
Oh, for the right price? That's not funny.
That's how we make our money, guys. So please advertise so we don't have to do that anymore because hooking ain't easy.
Hooking ain't it.
Actually, it's pretty easy.
But it ain't it.
Okay, Mike. Anyways, let's get into it. Welcome back
It's
to
fucking Monday, guys.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. It's fun.
Welcome back to another episode of Bad Chaperones. I'm Aristotle,
I'm Kyle.
I'm Mike.
and Mike is our guest of the day.
Of the day.
That
Wow.
GTV.
You're finally gonna get some clout.
Oh, us or you?
Wow.
I don't know. I have a few more chances to do this before we're all on an equal playing field, so I'm gonna mooch the shit out of it.
I know how to use Adobe After Effects. I could put a
You can put back
big ass pimple in the middle of your face.
We'll fucking end you.
Don't do that to me.
The herp. Oh look, he has herpes all over his mouth.
Oh, end game.
Yeah. End game. Not this episode. Not the end game. This episode we're talking about
Game of
Of
Thrones.
Thrones.
That's mine.
episode 3.
Well,
Did
what-
they abandon the name of the episodes?
They name them after, so if you watch it right away, it's like episode 70, but then the next day it'll say the episode.
It's pretty lazy.
So I don't know what the episode name is because I watched it yesterday.
Let's just name it right now. What are we gonna call it?
The Battle of Winterfell.
Oh,
probably-
too easy. Too easy.
That's probably the name.
well, I mean, the hashtag is Battle of Winterfell, so I'm gonna assume it's.
Okay, so we got 2 Battle of Winterfell. I'm gonna call it the Battle of Winterfell.
Yeah, I just don't take a big risk here. It seems pretty straightforward.
I'm
No
gonna.
risk, no reward.
What did you think of the hour and a half
Loved it.
episode?
It was like a movie.
Yeah.
It was like an awesome movie.
Yeah, loved it.
I liked it.
I liked it.
I liked it. I think if I didn't see Endgame last week and I wasn't comparing them the entire time I was watching it, I would have thought it was. I mean, I would have thought it was a good episode. But I'm like, oh, this is how you do a fucking battle.
Endgame can suck my dick. Game of Thrones ended Endgame. That's what it did. And Game of Thrones was great. I had to pause it several times because I was like, it's a lot. Like, you didn't really get breaks.
Right.
Like the break was just another different people fighting, and it was so dark, and there was so much going on.
Oh,
Like,
it
it was.
you talk about that? What the fuck, man? Did everybody adjust their,
Yeah, I went
brightness on
no,
their respective
no.
devices?
I went to Twitter and it was a common theme.
Yeah, but like everybody like bitching and complaining about it. They're like, it's so dark, I can't see. I'm like, yeah, it's a fucking battle in the dark
With
at
a
night.
blizzard going on around
Yeah, it's
you.
you're not supposed to see. It's supposed to be to be like, what the fuck is going on? So you're going to be in the mindset of like the people that are there. Do you know what I mean? That's like 100% on purpose.
Yeah,
So,
obviously. I
Kinda
just
kills,
think it was
kills the point
almost
of being omnipresent, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
taking. When you said you took breaks, I actually took a piss while I was playing and left the bathroom door open so I could keep watching, so it didn't
No,
have to stop.
I had to
because
pause.
Kyle was coming home and I was
Yeah.
trying to finish it before he got home. You came home actually. The second you walked in is the second the biggest thing happened.
Yeah,
and
I
I,
know.
was like, "Fuck,
You turn around,
dude, fuck, how
fucking close your eyes and your ears right now. I literally walked in there like,
Spoiler.
I'm like, let me put the groceries up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in my room and I'm turning on some music so I don't hear shit.
Yeah.
You watch the rest of it, man.
No, it was a lot. I also did eat an edible right before I watched it, so
You
there's like
did.
a lot of stimulation happening.
Did it kick in
It did.
like as you're watching it?
It kicked in literally as all like when Melisandre came in, like made all like the fire
Yeah.
swords or whatever, and they all ran in, and I was like,
Yeah,
whoa, and then they just like burned out. That's when it hit, and I was
Coachella
just
Part
like,
3?
like I was like, what?
Coachella Part 3? The hard eyes and the fucking fire.
No, oh my god, no,
That
that's
was
different. That was this was it was definitely a hit right at the right time. But then there was just like so much going on. I was like Oreos in my mouth trying to follow it and be like, what the fuck is happening? And it was very hard. It was just a lot, but I think it added. I was crying a lot.
You were?
Cried?
Several times.
Oh,
What are
you're
you
an
talking
Endgame,
about?
aren't you? Did you cry? And oh, you haven't seen it.
I don't care about Endgame. I don't care about Endgame. I don't care about Marvel. You can suck my dick. I'm
Did
Game
not
of
know
Thrones.
that. All right, back to Game of Thrones. Jesus, that was such a touchy subject.
I but before we
Here,
like,
I-
dive into the episode, I'm not feeling these emotions like these past week that cinema is bringing out of all these people. Like, everybody said they cried in Endgame.
Believe it.
Everybody said that they stood up and slid on the chairs and exalted in Endgame. Like, yeah.
I mean,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm invested in these movies and these shows, but I don't think it's at that point where I'm like actually shedding tears.
Oh,
Would
well.
you, like the type of person you are, if something in real life happened, would you ever do
Fair.
that? I wouldn't.
You've seen me cry how many times? I'm an emotional person. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, I cheer for people, I cry for people, I get excited. I'm an overdramatic
I do
person,
too, but
which
it
is by
just stays
nature.
inside. Just like
No, I let that shit out.
yeah,
Ice cold.
stoicism.
Speaking of ice cold, the Night King has finally arrived at Winterfell.
Yep.
Did you think it was going to end this episode? Did you think that anything
No.
like that was going to happen? What were your predictions in the beginning of the episode? What did you think was going to happen?
Well,
We talked about it briefly. I'll let you go. I thought that it was gonna be most of this episode was the battle, and then it was gonna taper into the next episode of like cleaning up and like the last moment, like almost like a cliffhanger. Did not expect. Almost, it wasn't disappointing. It was an amazing episode, but like the fact that in one episode it was like, here's the big thing, and then it kind of got wrapped up.
I thought they were going to lose. I thought the White Walkers were like straight going to win. That was my prediction.
Really?
Yep. I was hoping for it. I was
That's
like,
what I
kill everyone.
hey,
I said, kill everyone.
I'm fucking with you. That
Yeah.
was my prediction on our last podcast.
Okay, and I thought something was gonna happen later on that was gonna make like everybody that died like reverse. I don't know, something.
The children of the forest were
Yeah.
gonna come back.
I was like, yeah. I was like, low key. I was like, okay, what if? I was like, they're probably gonna rise the people in the crypts, but then
You
what
thought that
if?
was gonna happen?
Yeah.
That was such a. I didn't. These
I had an
bodies are
idea
dead
that was
for
gonna happen
hundreds of years.
also.
Yeah, but they did.
I know, but I figured.
He was like, rise, motherfucker.
Well, I just thought
Real
decomposition. How long does it take for a body to decompose in the ground? I thought there'd be nothing left.
I mean, these people that are the White Walkers, some of them are like straight up skeletons, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was just like, bring them up. But then I thought, since there's like something, I read something about like how like the Starks or like Winterfell has some magic about it in and of itself. So I thought he was gonna like rise them, but then they were gonna like another twist was that they were gonna be on the Stark side. So like the dead Starks were like, fuck you, we're actually like on their side and like fight the White Walkers. Like,
That's interesting.
but it didn't happen.
No,
But
I
I didn't even think of that though.
I was just trying to get real creative.
Fucking levels. My prediction was that the Great Battle, is it? The Great War?
The Great War,
The
yeah.
Great War would last the rest of the season. And then they would come to some kind of a resolution at the end. Whoever was still alive would be the one that ruled the Seven Kingdoms.
Wait, what? What?
He thought this battle of Winterfell was gonna last for episode 3, 4, 5, 6.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a whole other issue going on
That's
at
what,
present.
and that's why I said that whoever was still alive at the end would rule the kingdoms.
But Cersei ain't there.
But he said they might. Well, your other
What am I
prediction was-
missing?
No, he also thought an undead army was gonna go straight to King's Landing.
Well, I didn't think that the White Walkers would be so pussy that they would the first major place they attacked would be the place that they died. I thought that they would actually make some headway into the Seven Kingdoms.
And they would
Oh, okay.
retreat.
So you thought like they would maybe have to like retreat from Winterfell and then the White Walkers would continue
Yeah.
down. Got it. Okay.
I mean, you built all this anticipation for 7 seasons. I thought they would do a little bit more to make it past Winterfell, but you know,
Fair.
I mean, they were crushing
Well,
humanity.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I was just basically, I thought either the White Walkers were going to win because I thought that was going to make it like really cool. Did I want it to happen? No, because obviously like my favorite characters were there at the moment. Who was on your kill list? Who did you think was gonna like cut out? Who was your guess?
I actually said my first death I thought was gonna be Tormund.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, genius over here.
I said Sam, and I said it was
No,
twofold. I said it would either be Samwell, or it would be somebody dying trying to save Samwell because he's so inept.
Which was accurate.
Which was accurate. I wasn't worried about Sam. So I was like, he's
a liability.
But, like,
such a fucking idiot.
it's not. It doesn't like if they're gonna pull the harm. Like he's like, it would be too obvious for him to like die. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think like who's gonna be like everyone watching going, oh no, like you know
Well, I
what I mean?
also
That's what
assume
Game of Thrones
that
does.
more major characters would die than actually died in this episode. So
Sam-
I thought Sam would be a part of the group of major characters that died in this episode.
Yeah.
And we actually walked out with a lot less. deaths.
Right before the final stabbing, everybody was a second from dying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean,
And if we're keeping it 100, they should have died. It's
Yeah,
like
they slowed up.
It's like you're playing basketball with your little brother and you're just destroying them. Then you're like, all right, I'll score a couple.
yeah. What Grey Worm?
Yeah.
How the fuck? You want
He
to tell me
should've been dead.
he's alive? He was on the
should've been
front
dead.
line.
Yeah.
He was on the front line, and you want to tell me that, bruh, is the
Jorah actually shouldn't have survived as long as he did because he was on the front line
Yeah.
also.
True.
So
Didn't he charge out into the like?
he charged out.
yeah.
He came back. When he came back, he was so shook he didn't even say shit, bro.
Yeah.
He was
What
just
about
like-
what about Ghost? Do we ever find out what happened to Ghost?
Wolf?
Yeah.
Wolf, yeah. Also on the front line.
We don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, I know.
If they killed him, we would have seen it.
Maybe they knew that's too emotional. People can't handle animal deaths.
They've literally killed every other one.
Yeah, it's too much.
yeah,
I'm gonna turn it up. Nope. Because I think unless Nymeria is still alive, Arya's wolf.
she is, but she's just like not. She like literally saw Arya. Arya was like, "Come with me," and she's like, "It's not my business no
Yeah.
more."
Yeah, 20 points for still knowing Arya's wolf's name. Bro.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Good
bro.
job.
I'm getting a dog naming it Nymeria.
Okay, that's a long ass name.
Also,
Yo, how many
Okay.
kids do you think are gonna be named Arya in 9 months?
That's a fair question. All
all of them.
All of them.
Every
Right.
female or male.
Like I could see, there's gonna be a lot of Arya babies.
Arya Johnson, Arya Williams, Arya Sampson.
I would do it.
So let's go through the episode. What happened? I don't remember.
Okay. Well,
There was darkness, and then there was blood and ice and fire.
So the last episode left off on the generals arrived into Winterfell. Everybody had been preparing. Arya was fresh off of getting that thing done, and
Which did you care about?
I felt a little bit. It was a little weird. It was a little weird.
Twins fuck. Twins fuck.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Fraternal twins fuck
Oh.
next to their dead son, king, nephew.
and it was a rape.
And everybody was like, yeah, and everybody's like, dope. Arya finally gets hers, and everybody's like,
Wait,
she's
did you
baby.
say dope?
I was like, I don't think dope, but I
It
said
wasn't dope. It was like accepted.
I mean, yeah, well, it
They
was
weren't
accepted.
cheering him on.
Okay,
like, yeah,
I'm
get
dumping
that
down.
pussy.
No, but people were just like,
Tear that
dope. All right, whatever.
pussy.
So I'm saying, when they were just like, it was like, all right.
It was
I mean,
just
because we've been conditioned to like incest, all that shit.
Yeah.
It's like,
Do we not forget that like Sansa was straight up 14 when Tyrion was supposed to mount her and then he spared her, but like she
he has
didn't
the
look
body
right.
of a 14-year-old.
And it's just like, but it's just like I feel like it's just because Arya has a baby face.
that
It's 'cause
and
she
the
grew up
guy
as
that she
our
decided to
baby.
have sex with looked like he has 3 kids, a wife, and a job he hates.
Get it?
He looked old as fuck.
Get it?
Oh, a daddy.
Yeah, he was not a zaddy. He was a
He's
dad.
a daddy.
I say get it.
Yeah, so they were preparing for the battle. Their strategy was trash, bro. I would just like to point that out.
Yo, what the fuck? Fact. You had this trench, you had dragons. Why did you meet them in the open field and just get your shit rocked?
Rot.
Rocked.
Yeah. Well, also because why send a whole wave that you know is going to get obliterated when they get there? Because that he's just going to make them rise
Yeah.
and fight for him. So like literally all that did was add to his army.
Yeah.
So what do you think it was when so Melisandre, she lit the Dothraki swords up and they were the first wave out and they just got like smited out. What do you think it was? Was it giants? Like they got met by giants?
No, they just got swarmed. They got outnumbered and the White Walkers just took them out.
I mean, yeah, it was all the above.
Yeah.
Like all the soldiers, the giants,
Yeah.
the other things.
White Walkers just took them out. And then speaking of giants, what's that little
Lyanna.
bitch's name? What's that little
Mormont.
bitch's name?
Yeah.
Mormont?
Yeah.
Shout out to Mormont.
Lyanna.
That was a moment for me. That was
Yeah.
I think my first
Yeah.
cry.
Yeah.
But she went out as a badass.
She was
She was truly-
Arya Stark light.
So yeah, first wave blown out. Game 1, humans blown out, just getting dominated.
Mm-hmm.
Then, how the fuck? God, thinking back, like, what strategy did you have?
What was the strategy?
What was the strategy?
Send the Dothraki, then send the Unsullied.
I think the Unsullied were more. The Dothraki were the offensive, and the Unsullied were the defensive. So,
Would you? I would have met them out, not let the fucking dead come like literally to the front door of the castle. Like, let's try to like meet them out there, so there's a little bit more like clearance where you don't have to fucking.
Or what?
but we just said not to do that because
No.
literally that was the issue. That was dumb to do that with the Dothraki because then
Well,
they killed them
well,
all
they
the
charged
time.
out there. I'm saying they could have been out there already instead of like charging out.
They
there
were
just
trying to
now.
lure in the Night King. Remember, the whole thing was to lure in the Night King because they know they had to get him.
Yeah, but wasn't Bran the
Target?
like lure? He was the lure
Yeah.
for the Night King.
Yeah.
Which was like he was in like the backyard somewhere of the
Yeah,
fucking castle.
but the issue is if they go out there,
Yeah.
they're on their playing field. If they come to them, they're on. Like, it's like
Yeah,
you're gonna come fight us. You're gonna fight on our playing field.
Well, it didn't really matter. Right?
Home away, they still got smacked.
I know, but it was just like it would have been harder for them out in the field in the dark.
Yeah.
With nothing. Do you know what I mean? It would have made less sense.
It's the undead didn't have siege weapons. They didn't have any tactical way to break through the wall or break through the trench besides piling up bodies. So why weren't they all behind the trench, just defending that line? So you'd have them funneling in,
Right.
and then you had catapults that you used one time.
Yeah, for distance. Yeah.
Yeah, like
But what's your question? What's going on?
why the fuck were they so stupid?
That's what it boils down to. It's like your best advantage is what? Can we all agree with their best? That the Winterfell offensive or defensive, what was their best advantage?
They had the trench, the wall, and dragons.
The one. The most important thing that they had.
Dragons.
Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you not using your dragons to fight these things?
They were.
They did.
They wait-
The blizzard fucked them up.
They wait, and I told you about this. They waited until you couldn't tell who was fighting who to use the dragons. So they were.
They were there before the blizzard.
No,
Yeah.
that's not what I mean. I mean, once the White Walkers had already engaged the Unsullied, the Dothraki, where we're all just fighting in one huge fucking thing in front of the castle, then the dragons come in. So not only did you wait till the White Walkers come, you're now also killing your people as you.
Well, they did that because I couldn't see them out there. I couldn't see them.
I guess
I
we'll
couldn't see them.
rewatch.
You're a Danny apologist, bro.
I am not a Danny apologist.
She's a terrible military leader.
I'm not saying
John
it's for Danny.
John is also a terrible military leader. You're
Yeah,
standing
he got
up.
fucking cracked in the first battle for Winterfell against Ramsay Snow.
The strategy is that's what frustrated me about it was that their strategy was no strategy. It was like we got a bunch of people and we're just gonna wait until they come and then we'll send somebody out in waves. Use your fucking dragons. Go out there. You can't see. Oh, what did they use before electricity?
Because that worked so well last time. They just went out
Right.
into the darkness to go fight the White Walkers with
And what
dragons.
time are you referring to?
The last time they literally flew in with dragons to go fight the White Walkers.
When they saved John and
Yes.
everybody?
Yeah.
It worked very effectively.
Worked. They lost the dragon, so you're gonna go out there and not only
They lost the dragon because John refused to get on the fucking dragon and leave when his cab was there.
No, that was
No, he
no.
lost
That
the dragon.
dragon died first. The dragon died first.
They
Bring it out.
We'll rewatch
Because-
this, but
No, the dragon got killed before John was trying to escape.
John was still fighting.
Yeah.
And they were like, John, let's go. John, let's go. He didn't jump on the dragon until after the other dragon had got fucking stabbed out of the sky.
That's what we're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If John would have got on the dragon, we'll rewatch this and I'll point it out for you guys. Episode 6 and
Oh, you're not saying when he ran back from the dragon because he was gonna when they put the White Walker on the dragon and he turned around and kept fighting. You say before that when
Yes.
he could have gotten on the dragon at
Yes.
any point. Got it.
Exactly.
Got
That whole time on that ice was extended because John didn't immediately get on the dragon when everybody else was on the dragon and ready to dip out.
So he was just. There has to be a reason. There's no way he's just like, wait, I still want to kill some White Walkers.
It does,
He was
but
he
it
was
doesn't
protecting their escape. Like they were running to get on the dragon, and he was still fighting.
Okay, so he's protecting them to get on so everybody can get on first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, guys.
Anyways,
You're wrong, Kyle.
If you say so.
You're wrong.
If you say so.
Anyways, back to the point. No, but before the Night King speared the Sirion out of the sky, the dragons were fucking smoking the White Walkers,
Yes.
just destroying them.
Yes.
But you
And
just
then
said they
this
were.
episode, it's like let's
And
say
then,
that the
because
dragon-
then all he had to do, yeah, they were smoking him, and then all the Night King had to do was slowly, leisurely get up and pick up his thing and throw it once to get a dragon. And that was the only one. All the other knights weren't even doing shit. So you want to tell me
you
now,
didn't see where he was.
where who was the Night King?
Yeah.
Which part?
When the Dothraki were first sent in.
Yeah, you didn't see where he was because you couldn't see up there.
No.
So
you
they
knew
know.
at first you couldn't. Once he blew the blizzard out, but when the first attack went out,
Yeah. So you're saying what you would have done first is send out your dragons.
no, I would have fucking launched catapults at them, or whatever catapults were launching.
I mean, that's they did. They started with catapults and Dothraki.
No, you should have launched the catapults and attacked them until they charged you.
You don't even know if anything's there.
They saw them.
They literally were standing there not seeing anything. If you the whole first 20 minutes, they're looking into darkness, not seeing
They
anything.
knew the White Walkers were there,
But they couldn't see them.
but they still knew they were there. You don't need to be pinpoint accuracy with a catapult. It blows
So-
up.
so- I know, but you don't know where they are out there.
There's fucking 100,000 of them. Blow shit up.
So your aversion to sending the dragons out would be that
I would wait.
They would get speared.
I said because now you have two dragons. Now you know that these White Walkers can 100% easily kill your dragons with one fucking spear.
Right.
He could literally launch a missile and kill your dragon.
What changed between the point that it didn't use the dragons and the point that did he forget how to throw a spear?
No.
So what?
No, because you're not gonna throw it out. You're gonna save your dragons for when you need them. You're not just gonna send out your biggest asset that they could take away from you right in the way in the beginning. You need to hold on to those because if you do, then what happens? He already has one
He could
dragon.
have speared them when they were using.
But now he already has one dragon. You don't know what the fuck he's gonna do with that dragon yet. So they have to be smart about this. You have to see what your enemy's gonna play before you throw out your best weapon.
You know what? Now that I think about it, maybe John's strategy was like everybody's gonna die, and that's okay because we're gonna kill the Night King at the end. Because the strategy was to put Bran in the back with Theon and have the dragons protect him.
Mm.
So that means all the people were literally just supposed to die. It's like you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna die.
I mean-
but we'll get the Night King at the very end.
Yeah, I mean,
So we'll save humanity, and
Yeah.
Cersei's gonna rule. But fuck it.
yeah, I'm just saying from the perspective of, I'm not saying they had the best strategy. I'm saying I understand points that are made, but I'm like, if I have my two strongest weapons and I've already lost one of them to these people and I don't want to lose more, I'm gonna be more conservative with them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use them more
You don't want to send them
Cautiously.
out blindly
exactly.
without any reinforcements. Because if you see the Night King and you have an army, you could be target him so he's not just a fucking free shot.
Yeah, because they also have to protect Bran. I don't know why the fuck Bran is so fucking important because he literally does nothing and says nothing.
I don't know if they had to protect him. It was just oh, he's gonna come kill me. It's
I was hoping
you're the
he would
golden
die.
snitch.
I was
Tell you
hoping
what.
he would die.
Also, if you want to protect Bran, not Theon and a handful of randos, I don't think that's the best.
If Bran's that important for the existence of life, hop on a fucking dragon and fly
Strap his ass to a
himself.
dragon, bro.
Yeah, why
Hop
was he?
over to Essos.
And why is he so important in life? Why is he so important?
Hopefully we figure because this left some questions. But we still have no answers about who the fuck the Night King is, why him and Bran had some sort of weird connection. I mean, I hope they answered. Otherwise, I'd be like,
Yeah.
all right, sweet.
And but I will say, Loki, I felt on a spiritual level when all shit was hitting the fan, and Bran was just like, "I'm gonna go now." And very monotone. That's me. That's me in a war. I'm gonna go
He's
now.
So worthless, bro.
Yeah.
He's so
It's just
worthless.
where did he go?
Somebody did a tier ranking system of top dogs, all stars, above average. It was just worthless Bran.
Yeah.
Just
Or I saw the thing on
trash.
Twitter. It was in group projects. What are you from? Are you a Bran Stark or are you a Arya Stark? And I'm like, I'm definitely Arya Stark in group projects.
Depends. If it's an art project.
And in college, I was a Bran.
Oh yeah, college I did absolutely goddamn nothing.
All right, so they broke in. We'll jump to there because obviously we all we all agree that strategy initially sucked.
Mm.
And then they broke through the wall. Now let's talk about your favorite moment.
Oh well, yeah, they got my Mormont girl. It's not happy about that. I really didn't think they were gonna kill her, but then like, of course, that's exactly what Game of Thrones does. I really didn't think they were gonna kill her. Didn't think they were gonna kill her.
I thought she would be in the crypts, honestly. I didn't think that she would, like, I knew, but she's important. Not because she's weak. I mean, also, she's 10 years old.
Yeah.
But not because she's weak, but because of, like, her
Leadership.
her political importance.
Yeah, like she can be a good leader.
Right.
Yeah.
But she's like, fuck that noise, uncle.
Yeah,
I'm
straight
out
up.
here. I'm out here.
Well, you know who I wish saw it and like made a comment about it? Who's the ginger wildling?
Tormund.
Because he's like, I killed a giant when I was 10. I wanted him to like see the 10-year-old kill the
Oh
giant,
my God.
and like have him comment about it. I think that was like a missed
That
opportunity.
that was huge. Huge.
Yeah. Suckle the tit.
Huge.
Suckle the tit.
Hugely missed opportunity.
Right. But no, that was sad. I mean, good for her. She went out in a badass way.
Yeah.
So that was like dope. That was through
Crushing
tears.
her.
Through tears.
Everybody should die.
Everybody should have died.
If they would have kept it true to the like brute force of the fucking White Walkers, everybody should.
The enthusiasm dipped, you know? They were just like, yeah.
I-
They had, you know what it is? Golden State Warriors versus Clippers. They were like, oh, we got this in the bag. We're up
Yeah.
31. We're just chilling.
Mm.
And then, nah. Patrick Beverly, Stark, Arya.
Yeah, no, I definitely have questions, but I'm gonna wait till we get there. There's like a lot. No, there's because I don't want to jump too far ahead yet.
Oh,
But
Well, now
there's-
we open up. They're in the gates. Everything's a shithole now.
Who are you disappointed by? I was like, first off, surprised that Jamie was like holding his own in one hand.
Yeah.
I know Jamie and what's her name, the badass girl, Brienne, were like there was a few close calls, but they were like doing great. Surprised Samuel was doing as good as he did, even though he didn't really do much. I thought he died at one point. He was like getting swarmed or whatever, and I thought that was him dying. I was like, I'd rewind it a few times because I saw John look at him and then just like keep walking, and I was
Hey,
like,
I got a question. Did Grey Worm like leave his boys outside?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so I looked away for a minute and then I saw him like blow up the bridge and I'm like, yo, there's Matt Unsullied on the other side of the bridge, but he did, right?
Yeah.
He left his boys outside of the. Okay, got it.
He was like,
Sweet Grey Worm.
but
He's
yeah.
going to sacrifice people for the greater good.
I was a little disappointed in like the Hound. He was being a little bit of a bitch.
Fire.
It's
I know, fire,
It's
yeah.
It's still like at this point, then Barrick's like, yo, that girl's making you look like a little bitch.
Yeah, Arya's fucking it up
Arya's
right now.
fucking
Where
it
are you?
up.
And then he was like, It took him a second.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just expecting more of him because he's been such a badass. But I guess fire is like literally fear.
Mhm.
I think they did a really good job on the library scene with Arya.
Yeah.
Like building tension in that
Suspense.
scene.
What happened there? I think I was really high at that point. I didn't follow.
She just ended up in some library. She like escaped, but then there was all these undead, which they're like in passive mode, like walking around, like
The White Walkers that
aimlessly.
just got down there.
Yeah, like there was like a few of them just like walking. So she's like trying to dodge them and shit,
It's like Pac-Man.
and then she's like bleeding. So eventually she starts dripping blood, and it's like
Okay. But why was she down there? She was just like trying to get away.
she was up on the gate, whatever the fuck it's called, the wall, but like
They broke through.
the passageway.
She
Okay.
ran into the interior of the castle,
Okay.
ended up in this library.
I
where-
thought she was on a mission. I was like, what did I miss? I
Oh
was-
no!
Mission to live.
Yeah.
No.
At that point, it was just everything was circumstance. They knew that the castle had been overrun, so it was kind of like, all right, we gotta hide, bro.
There was a moment. There was a touching when they were all in the crypt,
Yeah.
and then the guy was like, boop, and started bringing up like the people in the
Right.
crypt. Do you know that moment when like the sad music started playing and it was like Sansa and Tyrion? I thought they were gonna die right there. I thought like they were
said
gonna,
they were
swarm.
gonna kiss.
I didn't know what was gonna happen. Honestly, I saw on Twitter that somebody said that they thought they were gonna they were just gonna do like a sacrificial killing of each other. Just gonna fucking end it right.
Slit each other's
Yeah,
throats.
just like.
Be like peace. But did anybody important die in the crypts? Did anybody? No, like Melisandre,
No,
No,
she
she-
died in the crypts.
No, she did her own thing at the end.
Baby
Daenerys
Sam.
was still alive.
Baby Sam, and Mom,
Did Ginny? What the fuck's her name? Not Ginny.
the wildling girl.
Jenny.
Jenny.
Jenny. No, I don't think anybody
I'm gonna have to
important
edit that
died in
out.
the crypts. There was
Sorry.
also
No,
more
what I said.
randos that died in the crypts. That castle's fucking huge, bro.
Yeah.
You see when the scene when they're running, is it Beric and Hound and Arya? Yeah, when they're
Derek
running.
Dondarrion.
Yeah, they're running through there. It's just like
Everywhere.
a fucking maze.
If you were a Game of Thrones character, who would you be? Dead or alive?
Ooh, fuck me.
Ghost.
The dog.
Yeah.
It's a wolf, dude.
It was domesticated as a dog now.
It's not worse.
That's a great fucking question, man. Khal Drogo, even though he died.
No, not who do you choose to be? Who are you?
Or you?
Like your personality.
Fuck. Why didn't?
Let's do that.
Who you trying to say, bro?
You got no hair,
he be?
dude.
Who would he be? Who would he be? Who would he be?
I mean, if we're talking about looks, I would be most close to Grey Worm, you racist motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We didn't.
At all, dude.
We didn't say that.
You got no loyalty.
You're the racist.
What are you
one.
talking about then? Are we talking about physical or are we talking about like attributes?
Attributes. Who's your personality
Oh,
like?
who is your person?
You're Jamie Lannister.
Who's your personality?
You're Jamie Lannister.
I am right-handed.
No,
You
you're
fuck-
Jamie.
you fuck sisters.
You're Jamie Lannister because you get pussy without any effort.
Okay, we're editing that out.
Remember when Tyrion-
No, we're not.
Remember when Tyrion Lannister said,
That's
"No, I
so
fucking
easy.
hate him. He always gets all the women." Him and
Yeah.
Bran.
I mean, anybody's gonna
That
get
would
more
make
women
Billy
than
Braun and
fucking-
me Tyrion.
Why Braun?
You would be Tyrion.
Billy Braun because he's a fuckboy.
Oh my god.
You would be Tyrion.
You would be Tyrion?
Yeah, you would be Tyrion. You would be.
I only like whores.
And you're a
Oh,
sarcastic
God.
bastard.
It's true. I drink it. I
You
hate
don't
you
like
do?
whores. I don't know. I had a few guesses.
You'd be
Alright, let's hear it.
Jigglypuff.
Let's hear it.
You have Jigglypuff.
So I can rip you apart.
No, not who I think I am. Who
Who?
people say.
Oh.
I didn't like it.
Nah, okay, motherfucker.
Peter Baelish.
Little finger.
Oh no, I'm not a snake.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm not a snake. I'm too honest. Who's the girl? I'm a girl. Who's the girl?
Brienne?
No, not
Oh,
Brienne. I'm nowhere near as badass.
Marjorie Tyrell.
Marjorie Tyrell.
Why?
That's what they told me. Because the bitch fucked her way to the throne, was socially smart as fuck. That was her gameplay. She was manipulative, just manipulative enough. And she died because nobody listened to her. That's me.
That was
pretty
fucking
accurate.
bleak.
That's
that
me.
last part.
That's me. I would die and everybody would
Now I
because
feel,
y'all
I
don't
feel
listen
like
to
I
me.
have to listen to everything you say for the rest of your life now,
You
so
don't
you
know.
don't die.
I mean, if you do, you have to die.
Oh, okay, that's a good comparison. I don't know.
Someone said, I wish, you know who I think one of my favorite is Grandma Tyrell.
Oh, shoot, the Queen of Thorns?
Yeah.
Badass.
Badass bitch. Like that.
Okay, so who would you be if you had a choice?
See, Cersei.
What? Why would you?
100%. Because she gets minorly inconvenienced and kills everyone. You embarrass me? I'm gonna blow you and everybody else around you up while I watch from the balcony and sip some wine. She's gay. She's a gay man. She is a gay man.
She's a gay man.
She's a gay man.
Fair. She did look like Justin Bieber with that haircut, though.
I swear. I would be Cersei just because, like, I wish I was that badass. I wish I was that ruthless. You want fuck with me? I will kill all of you while I watch from a distance.
She's gonna die.
That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be at Jackie O's watching Lohan Beach Club burn down in flames, sipping my wine.
Well, I'll also be there with you.
I'll be swimming.
Ugh.
Send out a
Sorry. No, that would be the choice. But I'm not that cool. Not that badass. I know
Cersei
it.
also fucked her way to fame, also too.
I mean, she did, but now she's like been able to like be so like smart
No,
and
she's still
keep
fucking
it.
her way to fame. Euron.
Euron?
She had to give up that pussy for Euron.
I think that was on purpose though.
You know,
I know.
let's touch on this because I love Twitter and I love the stupidity of people. A lot of girls were like, "You tell him, girl. You tell him." You'd be like, "Oh, you want a whore? Buy her. You want a queen?"
I tweeted that too.
He fucked her
Yeah.
right after that.
Yeah,
He
y'all
fucked
say-
her 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? That's not empowering.
No, you know.
She gave it up right away.
She's talking about trying to be like, you want a queen owner, but she still fucks him.
Within a second.
Literally.
5 seconds.
So all these girls are like, wow, yeah, if you want to be, I'm gonna be a
Yeah.
queen. Y'all still hoes. None y'all queens. Y'all still hoes who say you're queens.
Oh,
Yeah, I was like, you must not have watched the episode. You
Not
just
turned
saw
off
that.
after
You
that.
saw
No,
that
turned off.
quote.
You want to know?
This is cool.
Yeah. You want to know who would be that? Would be Bran. You know she wants to fuck Jamie, but she's not.
Yeah.
She's trying to be
I
smart.
got your respect. Now you my bitch.
I think she doesn't fuck Jamie because she's insecure.
I mean, I don't think she knows how to
I
handle
don't
that.
think she knows
honestly.
how to have sex.
I don't think she knows how to handle those, process that. I
Yeah.
don't think she's ever had that. Do you think Jamie likes her now? I think he's starting to like her.
I actually got an impression that he liked her earlier on in
I
the
don't think he
series.
sexually likes her, but I think he actually has such a respect for her.
I know he has. Yeah, I think he's getting something for her. I do.
Well, they
Because
have
he's
a
starting
hot tub
to.
scene earlier in the series
Yeah,
where they were kind of like flirting with each other a bit in the hot tub.
Nah, I don't. They weren't flirting at that
She
point.
was like,
It's
"You're a
just
piece
that.
of shit." He's like, "You don't even know what the fuck the story is. Watch
Yeah.
your mouth." And then
Yeah,
he passed
Sounds like
out.
flirting to me.
But I think, like,
Oh wait, that's
think
how
about-
I flirt at the Abbey. You dumb bitch.
Well, think about everything they've been through now, and then they go through this like fight, and that's going to make them like even closer. And at the same time, he's like realizing who the fuck Cersei is. You know what I mean? So I could see like him like now leaning towards Brienne. And I think my prediction is that Jaime's going to be the one to finish off Cersei. Because
That's what the witch said.
it's because of one of
It's
your
like-
brothers.
3 crowns, 3 shrouds. Like you're gonna have 3 kids. They're gonna die. Then it's like you're gonna die from your brother or
Yeah.
some.
Oh, really?
Or some whatever the translation was. It was like your brother might kill you. So Jamie, Tyrion.
Yeah.
Well, did you see the thing where Melisandre told Arya that the brown eyes, green eyes, and blue eyes, and she would close them all? So I think the brown eyes was
Walder Frey.
Walder Frey. She
Yeah, I
had
think-
Walder Frey. Blue eyes was the Night King, obviously,
Mhm.
and Cersei has green eyes.
Okay. Let's
She's
go
gonna
into
put in
it.
round contacts soon.
So now we're
I'm
gonna.
going for that 3P.
So now we're going to talk about it. Did you think Arya was going to be the one to kill the Night King? Did you see that coming?
She wouldn't.
Because before the episode, I would have never said it, but I knew it was going to happen right away in the beginning of the episode when Melisandre looked at her and was like making eye contact with her. I was like, Arya's going to be the one to save the day.
I would say she wasn't my first choice, but probably top 3. Because you think about people
Who do-
realistically, it's like there's John,
Mm.
obviously.
But
Then
I
there's,
do
like-
have questions
Go for it.
that don't make sense
Okay.
because
Your questions don't make sense.
no,
or
no,
questions
something
do?
that didn't make sense. If you think about it, okay, the White Walker is like there. Why is he always so slow? First and foremost.
Such
Was
such a
Jason
Why is he
slow?
always so? Why is he always so slow? And second of all, you want to tell me Arya snuck up on him and did all that when there was literally an army of White Walkers and the army of White Walker soldiers like around them? Like, how did she get by all of them?
You know why? He has
Sneakily
the worst
into it.
generals ever.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah,
the-
they did nothing.
It was like 6 of those motherfuckers.
Yeah, did they ever fight? Like ever do anything?
I think they fought earlier on in the series,
No.
but not
Oh,
in
in
this,
the
in this
series.
in this actual battle. I don't
Yeah.
think they.
They were only there for a cool slow motion.
I
walk.
mean, well, look at it. Think about it. The amount of fucking troops that they had, they really didn't have to do much fighting.
no.
No.
No,
They didn't have to do shit. The Night King didn't have to do shit. He could have just chilled in the back until his minions took everything.
Really? Yeah.
He got cocky.
He did. He did.
So I didn't see that coming. So how do you think she got
I
by
think-
him? Why do you think that? Like,
I think, well, here's the one thing, part of that. If they explained why he was drawn to Bran, it makes sense. Like, if they said it was almost an obsession he had with Bran, so his focus was all on Bran, so, like, nothing else mattered, that would make sense why he made these decisions. But we don't know that. He grabbed his arm. Okay, what's the Three-Eyed Raven and the Night King have in common?
They
We
said-
still don't know.
they said this is what when they brought it up, they said the reason why the Night King wants to get rid of the Three-Eyed Raven is because the Three-Eyed Raven has the memories of everything that has happened in the past, and he's trying to erase history of man altogether. Like, he's trying to get rid. Like, that's what they said in the show.
They did.
But I was like, okay, like he wants. Like,
So
that's
what is he-
one
what is
thing,
he
but
think? He's
what's
gonna
the
kill-
connection?
Kill everybody, and then Brandon's just going to be out preaching the gospels of the humans before.
They sound like he's trying to he basically is trying to erase all memory of
Got it.
and Brand is literally the
memory.
existence of memory.
He's a
So,
floppy
I
drive.
but
I
like,
thought that.
is that strong enough of a reason to really
See, I
target
thought that
only him?
his obsession with Bran and the Three-Eyed Raven was because Bran was ultimately the only person that could kill him. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought he wanted to kill him before Bran could somehow, I don't know.
You know what? Sorry.
Go ahead, Ron.
It would have been fucking cool if Bran warped into an undead and killed the Night King.
I wanted Brand to
Unsuspectingly.
be the Night King.
That's what the theory was, but it's like, at this point,
I know, but I wanted it.
I mean, I wanted it.
I wanted it at
I
that
did
point.
too.
I would have loved it like he turned around and grabbed Arya, and then Arya looked at Bran and he was warped, and like they were moving at the same pace. You know what I mean? Like, that would have been dope.
Well, I thought
if
there
she
was a
realized that.
moment when Bran was sitting in the chair and the Night King had got through and he was coming through before he even pulled the sword out. They looked at each other And I thought the Night King was going to smile because he had like a little like hint of like a smirk. I thought they were going to smile at each other, and I was like, oh shit, this dude is the fucking Night King for real, man. And
yeah, why was he was just looking at it? But then at the same time, they're like, oh, Bran knew the Arya was going to do it the whole time. That's why he gave her the dagger or whatever. I was like, then why the fuck, like... I just don't like Bran's character. I don't like it.
What I pointed out on our other podcast was like, bro, stop being so mysterious. If you know Arya's going to be the one to kill him, just let her know. Like,
but then do you think that would fuck up the timeline? Like,
remember Endgame? It's so weird to compare them, but it's like, remember Doctor Strange said to Iron Man, he's like, if I tell you what happens, it won't happen.
Yeah.
Got it.
So it's like, fuck, dude. You can't. No. Yeah.
You know what I want to happen?
What?
Because now we still have to worry about
the last war.
There's still, the whole shit going on with Cersei, which I don't know how it's gonna play out. I can't even make a guess. There's gonna be something going on now between Dany, because she's thirsty for the throne, and Jon, because now he's like, I'm the rightful heir. What I want so bad is I want Dany to like fire blast him. I want her to stick a dragon on him and fire blast him. But he's not gonna burn because he's a Targaryen, and that's how he proves that he's a Targaryen. I want that moment. Instead, they did it to the Night King, but why didn't the Night King burn? Do you think the Night King was a Targaryen?
Because he got ice in his veins, bro.
He's D-Lo.
I mean, I think there has to be more to the story. I think there has to be more to the story about the Night King.
We were talking about if they use any of the next couple episodes to kind of explain any of the lore behind the Night King, it would just feel kind of empty because it's like that chapter is like closed now that the Night King. I want it. I want to know more about the Night King, his motivations, like everything, all that, because I feel like we deserve that. This has been like an impending like thing since
ever.
Yeah,
the show literally started with a White Walker scene.
Exactly, and so there's like we want to know more. He was seemingly invincible up until the point that Arya stabbed him with dragon glass.
Yeah,
but it's just like if they go back and revisit it now, it's like he's dead. You guys killed him. That thread's over.
Unless it loops into a meaningful resolution, like he's connected to Bran or like another, like maybe he's a Lannister or Targaryen. That's how it started. Like maybe he is a Targaryen and he's like, yo, I'm the rightful king of the Westeros. I'm killing everybody.
The Night King?
And he's like, I'm ruling everything. I don't care if I'm dead. It's my fucking throne.
Yeah,
I thought you did.
I was disappointed. I was kind of like, I was the only other character I was really disappointed with was fucking Sansa. I was really getting on the Sansa train recently, and then this episode just kind of like wanted her to do something.
She's always been.
Her and Tyrion kind of like bonded over the fact that they were like useless.
She kind of was like the bravest thing to do is nothing at this point. I'm like, okay.
I mean, it's fair. It's like,
I mean, they're intellects.
There was nothing that, honestly, even if Jon was in the crypt and he was like, I'm gonna go out, there's nothing he could have done either.
Yeah.
It was like,
I mean,
everything that he did, and also Jon should have 100% died. 100% died. Like, bruh, you're amongst all the corpses, and then all the corpses are reanimated, and it's like at least 1,000 corpses.
Well, he's 100% going to die at some point. I know.
That should have been it.
I know, because if you think about it, who is the Lord of Light guy with the eye patch?
Beric?
Lord
Thoros of Myr. Oh, Beric.
Lord Beric, yeah.
Thoros is the one who resurrected him.
He finally died because he's fulfilled his purpose, right? That's why the Lord of Light kept bringing him back.
Right.
Melisandre died because her purpose has been filled, right? That's why Lord of Light has kept her alive. Jon was brought back from the Lord of Light because he has a purpose, but it seems that once you fulfill that purpose, you then die.
He didn't fulfill shit.
But he didn't fulfill, so we're waiting to see, we're waiting to find out what his true purpose fully is. Because if you think about it, he really didn't do much during the fight. He, squared up with the dragon, and then,
what are you doing,
bro?
Yeah,
what was your angle there? What did you think you were gonna do, bro?
I think at that point, he was just like, there's literally nowhere I can go. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go out.
Or he could have stayed hiding behind the rock that the dragon didn't see him behind.
The dead were coming. The dead broke through the wall.
Yeah.
They were coming at him. So it was like...
Or was he going to throw, his sword down its throat and be like, alright, these things died really easily from dragon glass.
Yeah.
So he would have died.
I think he was like, listen, either something will happen or I'm going to die. But either way, I think he just wanted to die fighting. But he didn't really do much other than that. I didn't really, he wasn't a standout.
We also got to see how worthless Dany is in combat, too.
Yeah, I mean, she is pretty worthless, but she helped. For a girl, she did.
Whoa!
I think for a girl that's not Brienne of Tarth.
Women are equal, bro.
Fair.
Why do you think covering your mic's going to prevent his mic from picking up the noise?
Fair. During this time, back then when girls weren't fought to train and do that kind of stuff, like
Train to
Brienne
fight.
broke all those generals,
Yeah, we
yes.
know this is not in the future, though.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Long
During this time, I didn't say it was past.
Said back then.
I didn't say past. I said during this time.
Okay, so predictions for
Next
next
episode.
episode.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a chill episode. I think
Because they
it's gonna
have to
be-
fucking travel south or north if Cersei's headed north.
I think it's gonna be a Cersei heavy episode, and I think it's gonna be a chill Now we have to regroup, replan. What's we're gonna do now?
To your point earlier, though, she also is the smartest out of all of them.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it's
Cersei.
like,
Oh,
fuck, if they're fighting up in Canada and I live in Mexico, I'm just gonna chill in Mexico, and then whatever makes its way down to Mexico after they battle in Canada, we'll handle it from there.
Yeah.
She's like, I'll deal with the leftovers, even though that doesn't really work if you think about it for the dead, because honestly, it would have just been worse for her.
But if the dead, but if the dead won, the dead are winning.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if the
Yeah.
dead win, I'm fucked. If the living win, I win.
Yeah.
But either way, me going up there is not helping shit.
And the thing is,
Yeah.
that all right, so pretty much all of the Dothraki are dead. But all of the Unsullied seem like they died, so they're
Most
going
part.
they're going south with a handful
Not
of
much.
fucking people, and she has what, like 30,000 gold cloaks,
20,000.
20,000
and then
gold
whatever.
cloaks, and then
What if they're just like same strategy before? Cut off the head, army fight. Like Danny just flies her dragon into King's Landing, fucking eats Cersei, and I was like, yo, who you want to fight for? Put your hand. Who you want to fight for now?
Yeah.
You can't fuck with this dragon.
I mean, also the dragons are pretty wounded too. Drogon got kind of like fucked up.
Snap. Which didn't make sense because when whatever the fight was, when she first brought the dragons to fight Jaime Lannister's army, and they shot it with like this spear thing,
Mhm.
and it's like that thing penetrated it, but like barely, and all the arrows bounced off. So how are these fucking undead with daggers stabbing through its hide? It shouldn't have happened.
I don't know.
Be consistent.
I think I don't think they were stabbing to the point where it was like an issue. I think they were
It's just
like,
you get the fuck off.
It was like get off me. It was like imagine like being surrounded by fire ants and they're biting you.
That's kind of what I saw when that happened. I was like, oh, it's just like you step into an ant pile and it's just like fucking ants all over you. That's what it
Yeah.
looked like.
And he was straight up just like, fuck off me, bro.
Well, oh, so that was Dany's dragon that she was riding.
Mhm.
What happened to Jon's dragon?
I think
It got her, and it like
I think it went down.
they when they get hurt like that, they just kind of like tease.
I thought it died.
It might have died.
It
I don't
looked
think
looked
it's
to
died.
me that Jon's dragon died.
I don't think it died. It would have been. I know. I don't think it
Gosh,
died.
fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah. So wait, what are the predictions for next episode? Kind of nothing.
No, I
Set up.
think next episode is gonna be like a chill regroup. I think everybody needs a break.
Yeah.
I think we all need. I mean,
I'm
I think
gonna
it's gonna be
audience.
it's gonna be an information
I'm
episode.
gonna go left. I think it's been amped up, and we have what, 3 more episodes left.
Yeah,
I think you got to keep moving pushing action forward, and I think they will.
we'll see. I mean, and look
Also-
what we see how much they can do in one episode.
Yeah,
I mean, if they're an hour and a half, it's almost like 2 episodes in one.
that didn't even feel like an hour and a half in my now. Also, did Cersei have to return the gold cloaks when she rented them, right?
Yeah.
She rented that army. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Rented?
They'll pay him back.
Who's the
Yeah.
cool? Who's the cool?
From
Sell swords from
The sell
Pesos.
from Davos.
They use the Iron Bank's money.
Mm.
I mean, she's starting the whole credit card crisis. Really,
She is.
she's setting shit up
It's
for
a
bad
bubble.
news.
Cersei's
She'll go
a
fuck.
bubble.
She's at the point where like when I'm on that throne, I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Oh, I owe you money? Die.
Well, until the Iron Bank hires sellswords to kill her and everybody.
Time to collect, bitch.
That's the Iron Banks have fucking banks work in this country. It's like,
Yeah.
no, they really can do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
The Iron Bank is the Federal Reserve.
Yep. Not really government issued shit, but
It's not
whatever.
supposed to.
Now we're off topic. Anyways, any closing thoughts?
Let's just finish it with at this point, who do you think's taking the throne?
So at this point, who do you think's taking the throne?
I'm asking you.
Sansa.
I agree. I'll go with Sansa.
What we've had. Cersei is the current reigning queen, right?
Yeah.
Daenerys is vying to be the queen. I think we need a king, bro. We need a king. I'm gonna go. Fuck, I don't want to say Tyrion.
Little T.
I don't want to say Tyrion, bro. I don't want to say Tyrion.
Definitely
But
not going to be a Lannister.
I think you need like Obama's campaign. You need fresh faces. You need you need somebody that doesn't come from a political back or a royal family per se, and just have them in there, man. So I'm gonna say, fuck me. Let's just go left field. We'll say Braun.
We can only hope.
You put him on the Iron Throne, he can't get off it.
No, that's Bran.
Oh shit! Wait, who are we talking? Who's Braun?
The sellsword that works with Tyrion.
Who's apparently coming to kill Jaime and Tyrion.
Him?
I told you I was going left field. I don't want to say something.
Make an actual guess. Like somebody that actually has a chance.
But who actually has a chance?
I mean,
John,
anyone
John, Cersei, Dany.
What about
Tyrion?
Is there somebody we're not thinking about? Is it a baby who's pregnant?
Who has the right to the throne right now?
John?
Yeah.
If
Is it John or is it Gendry? Because I think Gendry actually has a right because
he's a bastard.
It depends because technically
Bastards
they're all
don't pay for the throne.
usurpers.
Well, also John is a bastard.
No, he's not.
He is a bastard.
They thought he was a bastard.
They thought he was a bastard.
But he
He's not.
still is a bastard because his dad, Aegon Targaryen, had sex with.
They were married.
They were married.
They were married?
They got
Remember,
married
they had
in
a
secret.
secret ceremony.
Oh, that's fucking sneaky motherfuckers, bro.
So that's why. So now it makes him. So basically, right now it's
he's
John.
the last male heir. Dany's older, but he's male. Then Gendry's the son of Robert, who was the usurper.
Mhm.
I don't know.
But Gendry is a bastard. Bastards don't have claim to the throne. What about just fucking Arya? Arya's like fucking
She's a killer.
good.
So why were they so concerned about getting Gendry out of King's Landing that if he had no
Because
claim to the throne?
they were killing all of his bastard
Well, because
children. Case.
a bastard has a higher claim than a kid that's not
Yeah.
related at all.
Joffrey was related.
No, he wasn't. Cersei had him with Jaime.
Yo, fuck this world, bro.
And on that note,
Jesus.
Doesn't that work?
this fucking show, you have to pay attention. A lot of shit happens. But that's our Game of Thrones recap and a lot of other random shit thrown in there. Hey, how do you close your videos? I'm Mike TV, and
Well, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any other podcast ideas that you want us to include in the future, be sure to leave a comment down below or let us know on social media. You can find us all on Instagram or Twitter. What's your Instagram and Twitter?
at Aristotle Politis.
On everything?
At Aristotle Polite on Twitter.
Thank you. What about you?
And I'm very consistent at Kyle Marve on Twitter and Instagram. Send me nudes.
And I am at MikeMGTV on everything. Be sure to like and follow this podcast. You can subscribe where?
Apple, Spotify, and SoundCloud, baby.
No.
There you go.
Goodbye.